What's going on, everyone? Welcome to vlog number 4. This video today wasn't something I was looking forward to doing. I've been holding off for a very long time on doing this. I've seen a lot of the fish care community do videos on these, and I realized they don't do them because they're trying to, invoke any empathy or sympathy on them whatsoever. They do them as a learning video. It's like, I'm doing this video because I want you to learn something from it, and so that's definitely why I feel it's necessary for me to do this video as well. Judging by the thumbnail, I'm sure you guys already kind of know what this is about, but my Nemo koi jungle has died. I am young in the fish keeping game, so there's a lot of things that I haven't experienced and things that I probably never thought about, and that's something that, in one hand makes me feel super guilty about how it went down, because it's something that definitely could have been prevented. But at the same time, I would not have ever thought something like this would happen without either seeing a friend of mine go through this, or me go through this myself, or seeing a video, which I wish I would have seen, because I found tons of videos on this particular thing once it actually happened. I just never thought about it. Before I show you guys this footage, it's not anything super gruesome or crazy, but it is very sad, and this is kind of how it all went down. So I just want to let you know, this is like a not pleasant video in terms of it's very sad. I thought when I initially took the video it was gonna be like, oh, this is something that we're gonna figure out and everything's gonna be okay, and then it actually ended up not being okay at all. So anyways, just be alarmed before I show the footage, but here it is. The tricky part about this was he has swam so forward, he was actually incapable of swimming through. But I think he had panicked so much that he just kept thinking, I need to swim through this, when there was absolutely no way. So this is that piece right here, and this is the actual eye he went through right here. And if you look, it's very thin, and his body was in between here. And I had wanted to try to cut it, but I knew I couldn't, because this piece right here was very close to his kind of the fins in the front, and this was just like too close to his body, and there was no way that I can kind of try to break this apart, because then it would just basically combust all onto him. And so the only real option that I knew of was that since he had swam through this way, he needed to be going back out that way, like his whole body needed to back out through. This ended up being like a 45-minute process of me trying to get him out of this thing. I guess overall, I just, number one, don't buy anything like this. I think especially, with a Betta giant, because I'm sure that people buy these things all the time, and they buy them and they think, yeah, this is a great piece of decor that can go into my tank and it looks really cool. And that's essentially why I bought it. And that's the sucky part, is, you buy things because you think they're cool sometimes without thinking of what the actual piece can do. And in this case, it led to jungle dying. So yeah, when I took that footage, that was actually on October 1st. And yeah, after that, I was very devastated. I was really mad at myself, super sad, because I really wanted to do a lot with jungle on this channel. A lot of my whole entire aspiration to do these vlogs stemmed because of him, because I had Forrest first, and when I got him, I was like, man, this Betta's really cool, and it has a really cool personality, and he used to let me pet him, and he was a fish that was very responsive to me, and I had never experienced anything like that. So it is definitely super sad for me to kind of take that in. But with that being said, I did have an extra tank, and I just didn't want to not put a fish in there, because that's usually where he lived. I was just curious one night when I couldn't really sleep and started looking, and I found this fish, and everything just kind of started making sense in my head as to what I wanted to do with him, if I could get him, because I had actually bid on him and stuff. But anyways, this video is very bittersweet. But before we move on to this new fish, I put together a little montage clip of Jungle just to kind of remember him. He's an amazing fish. If you hadn't checked him out before on this channel, here it is. So like I said, this fish wasn't really ever supposed to happen. I really enjoy fish keeping, and I want to definitely learn from my mistakes and not be discouraged. But I also want to make sure that I hold myself accountable for these things, especially since, you know, I posted about Jungle. So I did get this box today. I bought it off of eBay from somebody who had some really cool fish. And I really need to open this box because it's like 90 something degrees out today, so I definitely don't want him to fry, and I want to get him in water. But I also want to show you guys what he looks like as well, and I'm very excited to introduce you to him. The first thing that I noticed is he is very dull. He looks like he's doing okay. He's just kind of chilling, very calm. But I do want to say, when I did choose this fish, I wanted to make sure I didn't choose anything that was similar at all to Jungle. I'm not trying to replace him. So with that being said, let's take a look at this guy and then get him introduced to his new tank. So yeah, if you didn't notice, the tank is very themed, kind of like, you know, kind of like a snowy type of more vibe. The reason why I did it is because this fish is going to be named Tundra. And I wanted to scape the tank like it was like a frozen tundra type of vibe. Very minimal and little plants, because obviously there's not many plants growing in the frozen weather. But yeah, so that's the reason why I ended up scaping this tank the way I did. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you guys like it. I'm new to this scaping thing. I'm trying to get a lot better at it. I've been watching tons of people on YouTube making stuff to just gather inspiration to try to form my own style and form my own process. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about how it came out. So he's definitely acclimated now. He's been in here for about like 30 minutes. Can't really see him, it's just kind of the bag. But I do want to try one thing before I end up putting him in the tank. This is something that I wanted to do with Jungle and Oasis that I never did, because as you've seen in the video, when I did get her, I was rushing all over the place. And I just kind of want to do it to see, honestly. So let's set up the camera and you guys will see what I wanted to do. It's really simple and dumb, but whatever. So I don't know if you guys can see from here, but Oasis is flaring like crazy at him. But he's not really flaring at her. She's mostly doing all the flaring and he's just kind of chilling. If you see that right there, she stops and flares at him and then swims away. Super interesting. But I just wanted to introduce them, and then, yeah. seems a lot more like,
whoa,
where am I, than all of the fish that I've got so far. Still gonna do the normal routine, turn the lights off, give him about an hour or two just to let him like settle in, and then we'll check on him then. So I'll pick up the camera in about an hour or so. Also, a cool little practice that I'm trying to get in the habit of is putting the pellets in water before you actually give it to them, so that way by the time they eat them they're a little softer and they're just easier for them to digest. And also just to try to do all you can to try to prevent them from, you know, being constipated or anything like that. So yeah. So that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. I try to fill these videos up with as much interesting content as I possibly can. This video in particular was a little bit more, like I said, bittersweet. It's also one of those things where I wanted to escape this video for Jungle. I wanted to show you guys how responsive he was, all the things that he did, all his mannerisms there, very cool. RIP Jungle, gonna miss you. You're amazing while I had you. And today we're welcoming in Tundra to, you know, our Betta Fish family. So anyways, like I said, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. And then you can also hit the bell notification and you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.